I would say I think it was just staying together as a team, continually to just play our process. Like we're very process oriented, so just trying to get the things that we talked about done, which was like keeping the ball on the side, playing physical, getting like tags in the ball screen, different things like that. So first half a little rougher for us, but I think we just kind of stayed to our process and it ended up working out for us.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd say like sticking to our principles was the key thing. So, we come in halftime, we're only up 2 at home, and coach's message was, just stick with the process. We're process oriented, not results oriented, and it, paid off in the second half. Oh no, I think that's just basketball at some point. I had a couple plays I just slipped, made, bad decisions, and they ended up being turnovers. But again, it's just sticking with our process and trying to make the winning play every play. I mean, I think it's just my teammates at the end of the day. Lance asked me after the game, how's it been trying to find your role on this team? And I just said, everyone on the team's role is the same. It's just when you're in, make the winning play. So, my teammates did that. Hopefully I did it some. And, that's what set me up with those shots to get me in that state.
Yeah, I mean, to Gerard's point, I think it's easy to play with these guys. Like a lot of talented dudes offensively, like Gerard and many other guys on the team. So I think it's just easy to play with those guys. When we get going, I think keeping it positive and staying positive throughout the game is also a key. Just continue build possession by possession. So I think that's big to get into that little flow state. I mean, I would say like it was for us. I think like we said, it was kind of we thought that we were doing pretty well, honestly, in the first half. They were just kind of making tough shots. Like we wanted to force them to make tough twos, and they were doing it. So we decided like let's just be a little more physical, come out with a little more energy, and just stay to our process and keep doing what we're doing. And it ended up working out for us. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we always make little tweaks at halftime, depending on their ball screen coverage or if they're doing something that we don't see very often. But big picture, it's just sticking with our principles, and it's all about us, not them.
The environment was great, so Columbia fans just keep coming out. It's helping us out a lot. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get it come conference play.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I felt like we played a pretty good first half, and so it was kind of just stick with it. I thought Albany made some difficult shots over good contests. So I felt like defensively, we were okay. We knew the biggest thing going into the game was going to be defensive rebounding. They're a great offensive rebounding team. So we really emphasized all 5 guys coming back and helping us on the glass. And, I thought we did that as the game played out. Yeah, well, we work on it a lot. We do some things in practice to work on it, but we play a lot in practice, and, we hold them accountable on every single possession. So when we're playing in 5-on-5 situations in practice, they're competing against each other, and the offense is crashing, the defense is trying to block out. So, that's really how you get good at it is, go back, watch the film, and just kind of grade them out on every one and try to get their habits as good as possible. Yeah, I thought we were scrappy. We talk about it all the time, having the underdog mentality, being the scrappier team, 50-50 balls, verticalities at the rim, being over communicating out there, all those things. So, I think we emphasize it, and every practice to us is like a game. So when we go out there and practice, we really try to treat it that way and hold them accountable. And again, I keep getting back to just trying to build those habits that'll show up for us in the games. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing about Gerard is the shot making is an elite talent. He can make difficult shots, whether it be off the dribble threes or contested or mid range. He really has that talent that a lot of guys don't. So that's a great weapon for us. Because he can get them within the flow of the offense, but he can also save you when you have a bad possession, and he can make a shot. We see it all the time in practice. It's not a surprise. It's a testament to how hard he works some of those shots. But I think he doesn't get enough credit for his defense either. He's a great positional defender. He's really smart. He's tough. He gets the most out of himself, and that's why he's been able to carve out such a good role. Yeah, I mean, he's been pretty steady, honestly. And I think for him, it's just about comfort. He's playing a lot at point now, so getting comfortable doing that, and just understanding where to kind of pick his spots on when to be aggressive, within the framework of what we do. And I think he's done a really good job of that. We try to, spread the decision making out and throw the ball to our bigs and, let them have the ball and make decisions. And most of the time the ball will come back to him, and even if he gets rid of it, and he does a really good job, I would say, attacking closeouts or, throw and follow ball screens. He's really, good in those areas. And I think he's getting more and more comfortable. So he's done great, and I'm excited for him to keep going. Well, honestly, we're taking it day by day. The next thing is to have a great film session tomorrow, and that's what we're worried about. And then we'll do that, and then we'll practice Monday. We'll have a great practice and treat it like a game. We'll compete, hit each other, and then we'll go out and play Stony Brook Tuesday night. But really, these guys have done a great job of embracing the process of getting good. And that's what we've talked about, is that process of doing the same things every single day and keeping it consistent, keeping it simple. And they've done a great job focusing on those things, then going out and executing in the games. No, not at all. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.